So yep, out here at Babler State Park, I'm gonna do the Virginia Day Trail, and haven't done it before, but I'm hoping it's going to be nice and not too thick woods, because one of the main things I'm coming out here for is to try this out. This is my new hanging high hammocks hammock. So I'm going to string this up, which is going to be a learning curve because I'm not used to this suspension, and see how that works out.
Woke up with the sun shining bright, grab my pack, hit the trail for a hike, through the woods where the trees are tall, hear the birds, hear the eagles call. Hike, hang and get high.
All right, so yeah, went by the visitor center for the first time ever. That was pretty cool. There's actually a good amount of stuff in there. So if you're ever out at Babler State Park, drop by the visitor center. So on this, preparing for this trip, I wanted to charge up my lapel mic, and I left it charging. So they've got some markers here for the trees, and what they are, I'm not entirely sure that these are accurate. Could be wrong. I don't know. White oak apparently is accurate. So yeah, there was a lot of this park was made by the Civilian Conservation Corps, which I think we need to bring back. It was very successful, very worthwhile too. But need to get some people who actually love the United States back in office before we can consider doing that. Now that's a dogwood, yep. Kind of maybe on its last legs, unfortunately. Man, this been little scrawny trees. Anyway, Civilian Conservation Corps built a lot of this. So there's like foundations and pipes and all kinds of stuff left over from that era. I think this is where the trail splits. The long loop only. Okay. Yeah, it's a long loop, so we'll do that one. It's not a very long loop at all, so. But yeah, that looks like there's plenty of hammock potential all over this trail. There's one of the foundations up there, way back in the woods. Yeah, I would like to bring the Civilian Conservation Corps back. I mean, build and improve our parks. Because a lot of them have a lot of ruins on them, where it could be good recreational sites. Now a lot of them, you know, would be good to have that's a weird looking thing. Anyway, a lot of them would be good to become more natural, but have the Civilian Conservation Corps, you know, maintain the area, do cleanup, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so it's not a very long trail. It's only about a mile, but so I need to kind of concentrate on finding a hammock spot before too long. Looks like a old roof. I don't know. Ooh, this has a boardwalk, and it's coming up on a bridge. Bridge, 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 bridge. Bridge. Look at that. The ferns. I love ferns. Ferns are awesome. And coming up around this curve here, there are tons of ferns. Fallen trees and limbs and debris and stuff like that. But tons of ferns. This trail is very well loved. It is well traveled, and it is well kept, and it's awesome. I mean, the landscape, farscape is pretty awesome. Fairly unique, I think. Lots of trees down, but I don't know, it's kind of enhances the woodland feel, I guess. I've seen plenty of game trails running off the sides. Yeah, so far, pretty awesome. A little bit more traveled than I usually like. You know, I usually like the remote trails and stuff, but this is pretty cool. Yeah, so we've been walking along beside that gully for a little ways. And check that out. Look at that shroom. Ooh, here's a better look at the gully. Of course, there's a bottle down there. Wow. So that's been pretty cool. And the ferns. Several people with walking their dogs around here. All in all, pretty nice. That's a big tree. Ooh, that's half a big tree that broke off. Wow. That's a big half a tree. Look at that. Those are good stretches. All right, we got a bit of a hill here, and I think those are the two trees I'm going to try and hang this hammock up between. So, going to start with these. Check this out. So the tree hugger part is pretty thick, and then this is a little bit thinner. That's cool. Oh. Double-ended stuff that. Cinch buckle. Oh boy. All right, so this is pretty cool. It's designed for camping. You get this double-ended stuff sack, the cinch loop, which was a little bit tricky to figure out. So it's gonna be hard to show you, but you come in from behind and loop up, and that makes it where tension won't let it slide. So that's cool. Then you got this, which provides a little bit of wind protection. Now the ridge line is fixed. So they determined the sag at the factory after, I assume, a lot of experimentation. It felt pretty good sitting in it or laying in it, but the look was not what I expected. So, but this is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. A little bit of extra wind protection. The zippers are weird. I don't see where the zippers start. And you pull and go back. So there doesn't seem to be a stop and start place. So if I want the zipper over here, I guess I'd have to move them both around. I don't know. That's unusual. But I'm gonna get back in. So I moved the zipper from the other side over there, and this now makes a lot more sense. Yeah, this one closes behind itself, This one doesn't. So you can spread them apart to unzip. Cool. So it feels like I'm laying flat, and it would be pretty cool. Yeah, got the Ridgeline organizer, a Ridgeline sack of some kind, net bag, and this is pretty comfortable. Yeah, I kind of look forward to sleeping in it. Very cool. The bug net's up off my face, and the orange little tie outs here. Can be used to extend it just a bit, or keep everything off of your face. But this is very awesome. I'm pleasantly surprised. It's also got these clips. I'm going to assume that's for attaching a underquilt. You know, normally you attach the underquilt up here and it hangs under, but you can attach it here to provide a little bit more support. That is pretty awesome. And from what I understand, these are glow in the dark. So yeah, that's pretty dang cool. From the thicker webbing up here, and then it gets thinner. The cinch buckle is pretty cool. I mean, so I've had my setup. I think it's a gold armor hammock, bug net, some tree straps, extra heavy tree straps, heavy duty, because I was a big fella. And I thought that was pretty dang good, right? And it was, I mean, it's comfortable, it's doable, but I don't think I realized the difference that a hammock designed for hammock camping. I didn't realize what a difference that would make in the lay and everything. So yeah, color me impressed. That is impressive. Hanging high hammocks. It was $60, I think, for this. Came with the tree straps and everything. That is a good deal, and initial response is, wow, I didn't know what a difference it would make and the design would make. So I'm going to look forward to spending a night in it, seeing how that works. All right, those two trees did really awesome, and back on the trail again. Well, getting back on the trail again. Not there yet, but close. Pretty cool. All right. Look at all these acorns. I mean, this is, a lot of the trail has been like this with enough acorns to like roller skate through the acorns, or roll your ankle in the acorns. I would think deer would be cleaning them up, but like I said, this is a fairly popular trail, so deer could just avoid this whole area. This is nice. It is a nice trail. Yeah. Nice woods, nice trail. It's so far an easy walk. But very scenic. You know, if you like the woods, which I do. Wow, it's just a very cool trail for a nice short walk in the woods. That is a nice little gully. I mean, there's hills and enough things to keep it interesting. So yeah, this is pretty freaking awesome. They're both red. I'm gonna have to figure out where this is. Going to the right it is. I could have just read a little bit closer. Visitor center or paved trail. Well, silly me. Oh my God. Look at that beautiful, beautiful thing. Can you see him? Look at the length of that. Wow. Look at him. Oh my goodness. He is magnificent. He is shedding. So, yeah. Wow. He is absolutely magnificent. Probably a good 5 feet. The gnats are not nearly as magnificent. Ooh, got a better shot. Oh, snakes make me so happy. Oh, that was cool. It is getting time for him to find a den and hold up for the winter. But yeah. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. Read. Okay. Didn't even have to bring up Hammocks or All Trails or whatever hiking trail app I'm feeling like using today. Yeah, I have, let's see, All Trails, the Hammocks, the Hiking Project, Gaia, and yeah, haven't been able to decide on one of them to use. Basically because the only thing I really use it for is to find which way I'm supposed to go. Don't do like trip planning because the trails are pretty well marked out, you know, so I don't know if I wanted to do trip planning, like if I was going on a hike in Mark Twain, say, I might use Hammocks, but yes, most of the trails are marked. You know, all you got to do is pull them up every once in a while and go, you know, zoom out, zoom in, and go, oh, here I am, and here's where I want to go. So I haven't yet seen the advantages of, you know, subscribing to any one particular hiking app, because I mean, if you use them for navigation, no, not navigation. If you use them for tracking your hike, you know, like what I'm using this for, man, if you use your phone for anything else, they may drop signal, they may lose connection, they may, I don't know. I've had several trips basically not ruined, but I got aggravated because I was using the hiking app to track my progress and, you know, all the details of my trip, and it would randomly lose GPS signal and then draw a straight line for like a mile and a half. So I'm like, well, that's annoying. So it sounded like a herd of buffalo coming through there, but I almost guarantee it was a squirrel. Squirrels are loud. Anyway, see, their hiking apps are useful for finding where you're at and where the trail is. But for anything else, so far, my experience, they are unreliable. So that's why I got this. Planning, Hammocks may be good for planning, but you know, you do that at home on the computer and download it or share it to your phone. For actual hike tracking and elevation and all those good details, separate device. Even if you want to use like an old phone or buy a phone specifically for that, you just use the GPS. But if you're using it for multiple things like video, it's not going to be reliable in my experience. Anyway, man, real happy with that the hammock purchase. Real happy with it. Surprisingly happy. And I'm very anxious to give it a try in a overnight, which is probably going to be next year in the spring, because it is getting chilly. And I am kind of anxious or tempted to try colder weather hiking, camping, because I have two Outdoor Vitals puffies. No, I have two Puffles. I'm not sure who makes it. Anyway, they seem very warm and toasty, so kind of anxious to give those a try. Just haven't had the temperature down low enough to give those a try. Anyway, I'm on the tail end. There's another what? Another one of those little rodent things. Ground squirrel. Cannot think of the name. Holy crap. I'm an idiot. Chipmunk. There we go. Chipmunk. Alright, so I came to this, which I don't think I've seen before. Probably have, maybe. But anyway, yeah, the Onyx was real useful because I opened it up and I was like, well, it's not really clear which one of these I need to go on. So I started going this way and it showed me going the opposite direction of where I wanted to go. So turned around and went this way. So this is back to the visitor center. Ouch. Which means I'm pretty close to the car. So there are squirrels running through the underbrush, acting like a herd of buffalo. So y'all get out there and y'all have fun hiking. Oh, this is an awesome hike. Come out here to the Virginia Day Memorial Trail and ooh, there's the foundation. So yeah, I guess I did go by this way. Anyway, have fun hiking.
Woke up with the sun shining bright.
Okay. Wanted to say, nope, not crazy. This is where I split off. So I went that way and coming back this way. So yeah, I had not been there. Knew I didn't recognize that place. Okay. On the final leg out, and for reals this time, signing off. Y'all get out there, y'all have fun hiking.
Woke up with the sun shining bright. Grab my pack, hit the trail for a hike. Through the woods where the trees are tall. Hear the birds, hear the eagles call. Hike, hang and get high. The streams running wild, time passes by. Hammock swings where the forest sighs. Get high on the mountains, chasing the skies. Every step, feel the earth below. Animals watch as I take it slow. By the rocks, by the river's flow. Nature's rhythm, let the worries go. Hike, hang and get way up high. The streams running wild, time passes by. Hammock swings where the forest sighs. Get high on the mountains, chasing the skies. The skies. Every step, feel the earth below. Animals watch as I take it slow. By the rocks, by the river's flow. Nature's rhythm, let the worries go. Hike, hang and get way up high. The streams running wild, time passes by. Hammock swings where the forest sighs. Get high on the mountains, chasing the skies. Echoes of the woods, so sweet and alive. In the air we can feel
eagles soar, this wild world we'll always explore. So, pack your boots and your heart full of dreams. Let's get lost where the air feels clean. Y'all have fun hiking, let it be known. The mountains, the trees, they'll always feel like home.